at this point in my life, on unemployment. My unemployment checks had run out. It's time to go home. Everything in my life is like, you tried, but this wasn't for you. Let's go home. The only reason why I stayed was for two reasons. One, my sister was sending me money to pay my rent, and she would send me gift certificates to the grocery store so that I could get food to eat. And she was like my biggest cheerleader. She was like,
Older
don't
or
give
younger?
up. Older, 3 years older than me. But she's like, don't you give up. Just keep trying. So it was her, as well as I had this feeling in my spirit, in my gut, that was like God was telling me, I'm not done yet.
Yeah.
Just, I know things look bad, but hold on, because I'm not done yet. Right. So this is 2007, right? I have nothing going on. I had took the class in 2006.
I have to do this. I have to figure out where I was at 2007.
Okay.
Isla was 1 year old. We were living in, that makes sense. Of course, that would track. Yeah.
So 2006 is when I took the class. It's also when I filmed that set at the ice house that ended up going viral
2006?
later. It was 2006. So
thank you.
I did 2006, a set at the ice house, and it was, hey, there's this company. This is when flip phones were happening. There's this company that they're going to record you, and they're going to upload it to Verizon Wireless, and people can download comedy clips for $1.99, and they can watch comedy clips on Verizon, and they'll pay you $25. So I signed this little paper. They gave me my $25. I was like, thank you. I need some groceries because I'm poor. And I did my set and then went home. And that was that. Well, next thing you know, this brand new thing called YouTube comes out. So they're like, oh, we're not going to upload it to Verizon anymore. We're going to put it on this new thing called YouTube. Right?
I was at the Tampa Improv when I heard that pitch. I wonder if we heard it from the same guy. But like I was at the Tampa Improv when I don't remember who said it. It was another comic, and he was like, hey man, have you heard about this Verizon thing where they'll give you money to put their clips on their phones? And I was like, you're telling me one day people are going to watch comedy on their phone? And I was like, I think I'm going to pass, buddy. I'm going to wait until I get a special.
That's what?
Good luck.
The interweb.
Yeah. And so you did it. It goes on.
So yeah. So they didn't end up putting it on Verizon. They were going to put on a new thing called YouTube, but I don't know about that yet. I just walk away from the ice house and I don't even think about that anymore. I got my $25. That's all I needed. So now cut to 2007. Nothing going on. No money. No opportunities. And so I turned this time into, I was calling it my downtime because I had nothing in my life happening. And I was like, let me turn this into my like pursuing God time. And let me like do my journaling, my praying, my reading, and like really get close to God in this time because that's all I have is God right now. So during this time, this is January 2007, all of a sudden, the brand new thing called YouTube happens. And I start getting phone calls from like family members. Like I remember my cousin, Christy, she worked for some computer company and she called me and was like, hey, there's an email going around my whole work and it's a video of you. And I was like, girl, what video? Like, what are you talking about? And she's like, it's you doing your stand-up comedy about the nail salon. And I was like, oh, that's funny. I filmed that last year. They were going to put it on Verizon, but I guess they put it on YouTube. Oh, okay. Started getting phone calls like that from people. Next thing you know, this is MySpace days. I check my MySpace and my MySpace page is blown up. Just thousands and thousands of messages, friend requests from all over the world. Hey, when are you coming to perform in Australia, the Philippines, New Zealand, Ohio, Atlanta?
No agent, no manager at the time, right?
Nothing. So it's like nobody knew how to get a hold of me. So I was getting messages from network executive assistants. Hey, I'm the assistant to so-and-so at CBS. I'm the assistant to so-and-so at Fox, ABC, this production company, that production company. I'm the assistant to so-and-so. They would like to meet with you. I'm getting these messages on MySpace because that's how people could find me.
Oh, no, there's a fear. There's a fear that you're the guy that invented Coke and then sells the recipe for $25. You know, like there's a fear that I'm getting a panic. I know it turns out okay, but I'm getting a panic for you for not having representation, not getting these offers, not getting the opportunities that are about to be presented. Was that panic in you? Like
the panic in me was more, I was overwhelmed because I was getting all these messages and I had appointments now to go meet with these people. And I didn't even own a calendar at the time. So I had to go to Staples and like buy a calendar to like make appointments because I'm like, oh, I have to go meet NBC this day. Then I have to go to Fox this day. And I remember going to these meetings and there being like, you know, like pastries and whatever, like have whatever you want. And I'm like, wait, I can eat these? And just being like, who do I think I am? Like this little Mexican girl, like what business do I have being in this waiting room at NBC with this suit? Being like, yeah, we saw your video. It's funny. Here's this script. Can you, we're casting this pilot. Can you read this part? I don't know anything about cold reading or saying like, oh, can I have some time to coach on it and then come back and read for you? I'm just like, oh, okay, sure. Not knowing anything and just like trying to read them because I'm like, well, I don't know what to do in these situations. So I ended up getting a meeting everywhere. I ended up getting an agent.
Who?
I got TJ Mark Walter.
He's the motherfucker. That guy. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna take 2 seconds to celebrate TJ Mark Walter. That guy has a fucking eye. If you love a comic, he has represented him. He has an eye.
I love TJ so much.
I sat next to him on a plane one time, and I was drunk, and I had a great. He's the sweetest guy. He's the greatest guy. And God damn it, he's good. Keep going. I'm sorry. I just want to celebrate good people in Hollywood. Never fucked people over. Never fucking great name in Hollywood. The only thing you can say about him that's a slide is he's not a snake in the grass.
And you know what's funny is I remember hearing from club owners, like they would tell me, oh, I love working with TJ. Like he's not a shark like all these other guys. He's not this and that. And I'd be like, oh, thank you so much. I'm so glad that my agent like is like the nice one. And then I was like, wait.
Yeah.
So am I not getting paid enough? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Yeah, I think that's an old reputation on TJ these days. But like that was the old reputation is like he's so easy to work with. And you're like, was that good or bad?
But he was great. He took me on when I had 12 minutes of material. So keep in mind at this time when all these networks want to meet with me, and everybody's like, when are you coming to perform in Australia? I have 12 minutes of stand-up comedy material that I wrote in a free class at a church. So when TJ took me on, I'm not a headliner. I'm not even a feature. I have 12 minutes of material and he's now representing me and getting me gigs at comedy clubs. And the way it started was I had to grow my material. So we would put like 8 comics up in front of me. I would be the ticket, the name on the ticket. And then 8 comics would go up, and I would just close the show.
And would you get the lion's share of the money?
Yes, but it wasn't a lot at the time.
Yeah.
But then, and I was doing like different deals, and I got taken advantage of a lot, just like things that I didn't know before. I had a road manager. I remember one of the managers at the San Jose Improv. He's not there anymore. He doesn't even work for the Improvs anymore.
I know who he is though.
Older military guy.
Nope, I don't know who it is though.
Okay, long time ago.
Yeah.
God, what is his name? Anyway, I was real cool with him. I really enjoyed him. And I remember one time Joe Coy was there performing and I came to visit and was saying hi and we were joking. I think that morning Joe had like I think like his machine that he sleeps with wasn't working, so he didn't wake up for his press or like something happened.
Wait, Joe Coy's been an old man for 20 years. Joe Coy is, first of all, you know why? It's because every fucking Filipino's a nurse. And someone pulled him aside and said, sleep apnea is bad. You need to fix this. But he's been on that sleep machine for fucking 20 goddamn years. I need to do that fucking sleep machine.
Maybe you should. That should be your next machine joke, is the sleep machine. But so